I do, man. That's the fucked up thing.
Okay.
I do. I've talked about this before, dude. I can't gamble. I know, dude. That's me, dude. That's why that movie gave me so much anxiety. I'm just sitting there watching. Like, I wanted to go to a casino immediately, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That turned you on?
Family, dude, my whole family's fucked up gambling. This isn't going to make it in the podcast.
We don't have much battery life, dude. This is part of the podcast. Talk about your gambling problem.
No, dude, I can't. There are stories I can't discuss on even a video that no one will watch.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then we got to start.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was going to start it, but I guess we're starting it. So fucking welcome back to the fucking thing again.
Y'all just missed out on a potential great talk.
I don't know what to tell you. I can't say it. I got someone in my family, no matter how far extended.
You don't have to do this.
No,
Talk
I wasn't.
about yourself and your own inclination to gamble.
I used to... Man, I used to love hitting that Big Six table at the church festival, dude. That was like the lightest form of gambling you could get.
Oh,
it's kind of fucked up that yeah, dude. We go, well, yeah. Well, you didn't really, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You're running the mill Catholic church festival.
No, I don't. But tell us about it.
I don't know if this is like a thing everywhere, but at least where I grew up in the Cincy, tri-state area, it was just a thing. Like every summer, every church parish is going to have like a festival, right? And it's to raise money for the church that you're already paying money to go to. I didn't get that part.
So the house is the church.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's legalized gambling because they,
church and state.
Church, exactly, right? It's got to pay off for something. No, but so they would just have these church festivals. Like there were so many fucking churches. Every weekend there would be a different one. You know what I mean? So you could go to all of them if you were really that big of a loser, really that fucking unable to detach from your 8th grade prime. Yeah, you could go to one every week. But
or if you just love the Lord and love giving money to the charitable
those church festivals were never about the Lord, dude. They were about getting sloppy drunk with your wife and fucking weird kids and meet some other weird families from the church. And then here's the other thing is at least in mine, all the families were in trades of drywall, electricians, shit like that. So it kind of became this thing of a meet and greet of sorts of that region. My dad was an electrician, so he'd be going and talking to guys.
Oh, it's a little working class mixer.
Little working class, little Cadillac, little Coleraine wine mixer. Little Coleraine Miller Lite mixer is what we're talking about here. Corn on the cob on a little stick, eating that, playing a little ping pong, win a fish that'll die on the way home game.
No, I went to a Catholic mixer, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's the thing. I remember do you mind if I interject?
Yeah.
Okay, so my grandfather. I was about to say, I was like my mother's dad and not say my
mother's father.
So my grandpa was a Baptist minister, right? And he dead now, but guy hated Catholics, dude.
There's a lot to hate about him.
Dude, I remember them telling a story that they were even the minister was so fucked up at the Catholic carnival, they had to carry him down the stairs.
It's a fucked up affair, dude. They all drank.
He didn't say fucked up, but he was so drunk.
More or less in a fun old guy way.
But the thing is, it's y'all Protestants, all you Baptists are just judging instead of getting drunk and playing some bingo for the Lord.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Listen, Catholics aren't great, but you don't see them out there bombing abortion clinics. Actually, maybe you do. I like to peg the Protestant as the more extreme. Hey, who's the one bringing a Molotov cocktail to an 8th grade mixed dance?
I hate to do it to you, but who's running a child sex ring?
All of them.
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
Are we doing this?
No, it's obviously.
We're defending religions we're just defending the religions we grew up in.
No, I'm not going to defend the Catholic Church. No, you're right. They're kind of the most sinister. They're the most sinister. It's weird that I had this thing to defend them.
You did.
It was just no, you're supposed to back the church and protect life at all costs.
Yeah,
okay?
man.
That's what you are, and you're a dirty pig. And you're going to die in hell for all of your horrible thoughts that we put into your brain.
It's still in you.
Yeah, dude.
It's still there.
I can't get out, dude. That was a long time. I went to some kind of Catholic institution from kindergarten to college. College was the first public school I ever went to.
I went to...
Let me tell you, UC could have used some Jesus.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think? Well, how so?
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying sure.
All right.
Although they did have like every college the guy who comes like once every 3 months and just like, you know, stands in like the corner and screams about the Bible and calls people and shit like that.
I feel so bad for that guy. That's what
You feel bad for that guy?
That's what no pussy
Wow.
be doing to a motherfucker, dude.
I know, of course, but I wouldn't go and say I feel
that's
bad
what when
for
people
him,
are
my
talking
man.
about these like ridiculous people. I'm like, that's what no pussy be doing to a motherfucker.
It's fucked
People
up,
are like,
dude.
this guy's a bad guy. I'm like, no, dude.
No,
you ain't getting laid.
listen, both can be true, my dude. Okay, both can be true. He's a bad guy, you know.
But it's a cycle of no pussy getting, dude.
I don't know. You think he's? I feel like they always have some kind of weird wife, you know, who's there back
Dude,
of them in the cause, you know.
I think I saw.
Because you're gonna go to like where you. That guy's not gonna meet some chick on Tinder, you know. Maybe he is. Maybe it's all bullshit, and he just goes there to. You know, those guys just go there to like get people pissed and hope they get shoved so they can sue the university and cash out on it. That's really all it is. So it's I don't know. They're probably just on.
I think
Grinder.
You know what might be? What if there was this? Maybe what if the move is? Hang with me here. What if the move is you go and you're talking about, you know, basically kind of like spewing like all you women are whores because you're wearing a skirt.
Yeah, you're
save your
run-of-the-mill
bodies for
hate
the
speech,
Lord.
yeah.
You shouldn't get abortions because you're just really leaning really because a lot of I saw this like Vice video where he's really attacking women, all right?
Yeah,
so he's
yeah.
getting these women like really
And the gay community.
The gay community, but in this one I saw he was really focusing on women, right?
I would say women are the number one target.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's mainly because he has all these horny emotions that are raging inside of him and nowhere to place them. So it turns.
Yeah, he
into
resents
anger.
women for the fact that he can.
I hate to say it again, but it's no pussy.
Yeah,
getting
you're
energy,
right.
dude.
You're right. You
But
know, we diagnosed him. He got got.
We digress. But my point is,
What do you do if you're that guy though? Like, listen, it's kind of like being a fucking failure of a comedian in your 30s. You're like, what am I gonna do?
Hey,
like,
easy.
What am I?
Hey, you know, spoken from a 28-year-old, dude. Close to home, man.
No, dude, I'll be there. I'll be there next year.
Yeah, but
dude.
you're not there now, so
That's a good point.
watch it.
That's a good point.
Easy.
You get what I'm saying, though. They're probably like, Jesus, I've been out here spewing hate speech, calling women whores for the last 10 years. I'm like the last in my clan. No, because it's always a guy with like just like a fucked up 80s Toyota pickup truck. You know, like the real tiny ones. Toyota pickup
the
truck.
Sequoia?
It's just got like fucking crazy
A Tundra.
plywood. Yeah,
Yeah.
like plywood just fucking all over, with just like so many graphics and fonts and different. It's a shame that those guys can't get legitimate graphic designers. You know what I mean? Because they know.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You're talking about your run-in-the-mill crazy Christian who's driving a pickup truck
the
with
bumper
shit
stickers that are like-
more than that.
Okay.
You know what where the whole fucking vehicle is covered in hate speech and fetuses on top of a dime. You know,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
that kind of shit. They suffer from poor graphic. If they could get a good designer to work with them and design some shit for them. Can you imagine some like Refinery 29 like new age cool
Oh
girl
my
graphic
God.
shit, but it's just like your homosexuality is a sin. Like
or just think about a very well-dressed incel.
your uterus is home for Satan.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
But it looks
it's like
all
flowery.
cute.
It
Yeah.
looks cute. It looks like something you'd see on like Instagram.
It's like Helvetica.
Take time to breathe. Refinery 29 is the only way I can explain what I'm talking about. But you guys, I sent you that one the other day where it was like a Vagisil ad.
It was a paid sponsorship with Vagisil.
Yeah,
But I saw but it was just like, what was it? It was like a woman.
it was like just a big fat lady in a cartoon version. Not cartoon, but you know what I mean, like cool design.
It was sexy.
But it was like a big fat lady, and then on her roll it says, "You're on a roll," and the roll was on her roll, and I was like, "Is it what's happening?"
Do you
here?
roll on Vagisil?
I think it was a play on the fact that this chick's fat, and on the roll of her stomach it said, "You're on a roll." It was basically, "Hey, don't kill yourself. Like I know you're fucked up. Don't do it. You're good. You're on a roll."
You got a yeast infection, and that's chill. I've had a yeast infection, so I'm not making fun of people with yeast
How does that
infections,
happen?
so.
I didn't know that.
I wore a condom for too long.
You can go into that if you want. I'll leave that open to you.
What
or
other-
I can keep moving. That's
Yeah,
kinda your call.
I mean, what? Fire away! I just wore a condom too long.
How
got a
was
yeast
were you
infection.
some marathon fuck session? You know?
No, I forgot to take it off. I didn't come, so I accidentally just didn't remember that.
How do you
I had
forget
it on.
that thing's on there?
I got home and I actually rode my scooter home, a bird scooter home. Ah, fuck!
Wow, dude.
I was
You just
talking and then I'm like,
incriminated yourself.
damn it!
You just incriminated
now
yourself
I
so
don't want
hard.
to talk anymore.
It's a tough dichotomy because were you riding a bird scooter, which is really fucking lame? Yeah, but did you get pussy? Yeah. So like I don't, you know.
But then I get a yeast infection.
And you don't have to worry about the chick being pregnant and not, you know.
No, I didn't.
You were good on
And I
both
did come.
fronts. Yeah, the condom was just sitting there.
This
It wasn't
is
even ready to
too
be
much.
used.
Oh fuck! All right, I
No,
abort.
Yeah.
Abort. Let's talk about your gambling problem.
I'll do a little bleep there in some kind of way, shape, or form.
you don't have to. It's
We'll
fine.
gloss over that.
I'm a person that gets yeast infections. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just can't imagine leaving it on that long, but you know, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was gonna tell you I witnessed something pretty fucking cool the other day. I just got back. I was in the Bay Area for a couple days, and then I came back, and on Sunday, the day I got back, I'm driving up Laurel Canyon to the dog park, and I witnessed my first cell phone standoff. I'm driving down Laurel Canyon. I just see two cars like they had just gotten in a fender bender or something, kind of pulled off to the side. And I'm driving past them, and I just see a man and a woman standing with their phones pointing at each other, circling each other, like it's like Bush Cassidy and the Sundance.
That's
bitch,
a 2020 showdown.
It was. We have to come up with a name for that. It's like the cell phone showdown is the first thing I can think of, or just I don't know.
It's a 21st century gun draw. It's a standoff. What do you
Mexican standoff?
Yeah.
That's with three people with their phones. All three different Facebook pages.
Oh, it was a Mexican standoff with three people?
Mexican standoff is three. That's like the good, the bad, the ugly, man.
It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it's an awesome movie.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. But yeah, no, so I just drive by him, and it's one of those things you're driving by it. So it's like I only get a glimpse into this. No, what am I gonna? I can't pull over on Laurel Canyon. Like you'll get slammed in the back.
Yeah, you're right.
So I just had to drive past it, and the whole ride home, I'm like, God, dude, what I would give to see both of those videos like back to back. What a rare opportunity if you saw that crash happen.
Yeah.
And then they start filming each other. Let's say it escalates to the point that like you end up seeing the videos online, and you were there to witness it. And you there's no glory in that. Then what? You just leave some Reddit comment like, hey, I saw this. The guy was in the right. 3 downvotes. No one gives a fuck. They just want to take. Those videos are people just want to take a side. Like you see some kind of public freak out video with just someone screaming at someone else. There's so many times people will be like, hey, this is such a small chunk of this situation. Here's what actually happened. People are like, fuck you. Shut the fuck up. I like the guy who threw the butternut squash at the chick and Ralph's. I took his side because she wasn't wearing a mask. Like, that's the level we're at. We just want to take sides in people fighting.
I feel like on those public freakout videos, there's a very clear protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Like, the biggest example is that fucking the Covington Catholic kids. Remember? Because the video came out, and then everyone just looks at their faces like, fuck these little cunts. These little...
Yeah, the funny thing is
Wisconsin hate speech motherfuckers. And
were they wearing MAGA hats?
Yeah, they were.
They were, okay.
They weren't from Wisconsin. They were from Covington, Kentucky. But you get the point. They were wearing MAGA hats, and they look like little bitches, so everyone's just like, yeah, fuck those guys. Case closed.
Right.
And all of a sudden, then there's more video, and it turns out that this Native American fellow was also being a little bitch.
Wait, what was he doing?
He was like, he kind of instigated it a little bit. But then there was like this third faction of like, I swear to God, I can't, like, how do you make this story up? You think it's between them, and then like episode 3 comes out and the new footage, and like, oh wait, but there was actually this like pro-Israel black group who hates like every race and people on the planet. They were instigating the MAGA kids, and you're like... And then everyone just let it go. And then now Nicholas Sandmann has sued CNN and won, and he got like $400 million.
Who's that?
The kid in the video. The main little,
get your paper.
White little baby Jesus.
Get your paper, dude. At the end of the day,
he got hundreds of millions of dollars.
Get your money, dude.
He's set for life. He's completely set. He'll run for president. He'll
I
run
won't
for
vote
office.
for him, but get your fucking
you know
money.
that he's a hero, like on the right, Nicholas Sandman.
Dude, nothing surprises me. The fucking
Yeah, good point. I don't know why I care anymore.
Alt-right caring person spoke at the Republican National Convention, dude.
That was so funny when the husband and wife were talking.
Dude, when you told me that, I thought you were joking, and then I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god, he wasn't kidding."
No,
these are heroes to people. I'm not even political, but that's fucking ridiculous.
No, it's because you know why? It's because they're like, listen, we believe that if someone comes into your driveway, you're allowed to shoot them in the head. That's what we believe. And then so there's a lot of people in the country who are like, yeah, being able to blow someone's head off for stepping on my porch is a very important value to me that I can't lose.
Republicans there's this idea of like, okay, first and foremost, I think Republicans fuck with small business, dude.
Yeah, that's the biggest con is they tell small business owners that you're players like us. You want tax breaks, when in reality, it's just fucking not how it is at all.
No, a Republican's favorite story is someone getting shot for robbing a small business.
Dude, oh my God, you're right.
Like
God damn. Porn. The most mild of grandmas will watch a video of a guy getting his fucking dome topped off at a 7-Eleven for breaking in. Or, small business, you're right. Like a guy breaking into a restaurant or something like that.
A guy breaking into a local gun shop. No, here's a minority breaking in.
There you go.
To a minority, because if it's a white breaking in, they're like, he probably was feeding his family.
I know, right? Isn't that so fucked up?
They have to forgive it, but if it's a minority, they're like, yeah. Like that's what I'm not Republicans in general. They're just a small sect of people that's like their favorite thing they could possibly see.
Dude, I mean, they're kind of racist, but
why am I laughing?
It's kind of it is funny to think about like how sectioned off they are from reality. Like these are the people who just basically want to protect this idea of 1950s America. Like they think that the whole existence now is just like, no, you got to work hard and eventually you'll rise up and you'll be rewarded for your good work and you don't take nothing from nobody. And
it's an anti-freeload.
Yeah, and why are you getting taxed? You shouldn't have to pay for some public school because you pay for Catholic school where your kids go. And you're like, okay. And then you complain, and then you complain when crime is bad in the area because you never gave money to a school. Well, anyone can succeed in any environment. You just got to work hard. And here's the thing. It's this idea of like...
bootstraps.
Yes, it's bootstrappers. But the whole thing is like, it's like you're talking to a person. And you're like, hey, here's this table. I think it's painted the wrong color. And then the other person's like, I don't even think there's a table. And you're like, okay. Well, if we can't even agree that there's a table...
Right.
So these people think that it's like, oh, you can just work hard and... You can rise up in that White Castle and run the franchise and turn that into 10 franchises. And then you can go on Shark Tank and exploit someone's immigrant story. Once again, to feign interest to people who are still going to vote for Trump either way. Like, come on.
Well, that's not even necessarily not true because you should. It's like if someone does say, hey, you've an immigrant story, you need to leverage that immigrant story, dude. People love immigrant stories.
Yeah, I mean,
so if some like Republicans like you can leverage that immigrant story to like get on Shark Tank and start a business, they right.
Yeah,
that's good advice from this Republican man.
No, I mean,
how many Shark Tank episodes was like my mother immigrated from here or there?
Yeah, but that's always kind of like the
fucking Robert Herjavec starts weeping. Yeah, and he gives him $500,000 for fucking cookie business.
It works.
It's
dude.
like we're all immigrants. We all came over here.
No,
and it's always like my fucking grandma. Like, bitch, your grandma been dead.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing about Shark Tank is like they'll always come over and they'll be like, oh, this is like the common Shark Tank pictures. Like, well, my mom came here from India when she was 19 and she raised all of us on her own and we grew up and I was able to go to college and I went to Harvard and then I went on to Facebook.
You have to cry.
And
feign emotion.
But what I'm saying is like, hey, I want to give your mom money. What the fuck have you done? Your mom did the hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all the same things. Like, oh, my mom came here. Yeah, obviously not all. Like, come on, I'm not gonna die on this hill about fucking Shark Tank. It's like
here.
It's so
born to die.
There's so many people who are like, my parents came here. Then they proceed to tell their parents' tough story as if it's their own.
Right.
So not to say they have their own struggles of their own, obviously, but Come on, you can, but it works. Then Mark Cuban's like, listen, I really like your story. I believe in companies like you. And you're like, what is this even for? What do we? People are so obsessed with this idea that they can be like business. Everyone thinks that they can be a CEO in this country. You know what I mean? Like I just got to start my hustle. I just got to start my side hustle. Hey, dummy, not everyone can have a business. Okay, it just can't happen.
Yes, but it's the business. You know what the business is?
Isn't it so professional that we do this every week?
Full? Are you fucking kidding
Well,
me?
that's it. We stopped.
Whatever. We're going.
I'm not gonna stop it again.
All right.
Oh
No.
my god, dude! Hold on. I have a segue. Can we get out of like this odd Shark Tank conversation that has weird racial connotations? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. This weirdly racial conversation about Shark Tank.
It's not about race.
It's not about Shark Tank. Used to be about like, hey, here's this guy who invented a new kind of mop, and now it's just like, I made beef jerky out of weird mushrooms. Like, give me $1 million. What were you gonna say?
All I was gonna say is there's like everyone has this idea that everyone's an entrepreneur and everyone like can start a business. All it really is there are people in the business of selling business.
Yes, dude. You're Gary Vaynerchuk's, you're Mark Cuban's,
like,
you're
you
Kevin O'Leary's. Kevin O'Leary by the airport, dude. He's going to come over here. He's going to tell you how to turn your mulch business into an empire, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's about 0.03 people that are capable of like running a business that goes in the black. And it's 0.03.
Were you born into a family that has access to capital?
Right.
Yes or no? Okay, cool. Yes. Amazon, Jeff Bezos started with a $300,000 loan. What are you going to do? Same with Trump. Got a loan from his dad.
Can you afford to not make money for 3 years?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Go back to White Castle.
Do you have a big enough line of credit that you can fuck over an entire company of employees, start to finish, over and over, and still get a paycheck every week? This game's for you, dog.
That's it.
Let's hear your story. Let's sell this beef jerky made out of fucking Cornish game hens. I don't know.
I think the only other way you can really do it is because all the people that you meet someone out here and they're like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own like beef jerky made out of quail, right? And then you talk to them and they're like, oh, my dad invented like the carburetor. And you're like,
okay.
I'm like, how much beef jerky have you sold? I'm like, we haven't sold any units yet. I'm like, oh.
We have purchase orders from. Oh yeah, no, I believe it.
The only reason anyone knows what a fucking purchase order is because of Shark Tank.
I got a PO for my new. How many guys watch Shark Tank? They're like, you know what, dude? This is like two like white kids in their dad's basement named like Travis and Chasen.
My friends, Travis, Trey, and Trevor.
Travis, Trey, and Trevor in a basement. Here we go. Let's go down this road. Yeah. Let's go down this road. Travis, Trey, and Trevor are in the basement of the suburb of Indianapolis, wherever, watching Shark Tank. They're like, yo, dude, here's what we gotta do, guys. Fucking, let's do it. Like, we love games, dude. We gotta like run like a video game store, but it's like different though. Like ours is. Like we'll sell like used games, and then they just start like the ball starts rolling, and they're still just basically talking about a GameStop that's going out of business.
But it's cool.
But it's cool because they're like, want to start this GameStop.
Yeah, because we'll be
alternative.
Like, it's cool because we'd be like smoking weed, doing.
Yeah, like it'll be like a cool one. Like we smoke weed, and like it's like cool if you like borrow a game, like. And we know you, like
that's what it is.
Like some people like will know, but then they'll be customers for life, dude. That's how you get customers.
I like those guys because they're cool. It's like people that don't understand business.
Yeah, no.
That want to start a business because they watch fucking Shark Tank.
They think they understand money, which then in turn makes them think that they know what business is.
Right.
So you'd be like, well, like that's how it's about getting. It's like that's how we'll get our customers, though, dude.
Right.
It's like we lend people games, but then like on the fourth time, you got to pay us like $20.
It's selling vibes, dude.
And we also sell used Pokemon cards, and we're gonna have a DDR machine in the place. And then their dad's like actually well connected. So they start this bullshit business, and then they get a PPE loan from the government during COVID. And people are like, "What the?" It's like Travis, Trey, and Trevor. How did they get a PPE loan? Like,
hey man,
times is tough, dude. We're having to sell this Tomb Raider 3 online, dude. I don't know.
Finesse, baby.
Fucking yeah, man. You ain't wrong. So follow up on what we talked about last week. We were talking about how on OnlyFans might have this problem of quadriplegic porn. Not that it's a problem, but nonetheless,
There's no
an
problem.
issue. There's no. Well, there could be. We don't. Yeah, because we know all porn is consensual. That we know.
Okay.
Anyway, my point being is, so I said like message me if you
get a
have.
message?
I did. I got a message from someone who listens to the pod. I won't name out obviously, but like shout out. She's super cool. Sent me this message. She's mildly quadriplegic and said that there's a whole community of guys who are into that. I don't know the exact terminology, but I think one of the words was devotees or like devotees or something like that. I don't know. I guess the shortened version, she sent me a ton of info, and it really shed light on this whole thing. And it basically comes down to, I guess, in her experience,
You weren't being trolled.
No, this is a for real conversation, and she shared a lot. It was kudos to her for like sharing all that, because I legitimately learned a lot. But essentially, she was basically saying that like most of the guys, they just want control, and they feel the need to get control over women. But like any kind of fetish, because it's like a fetish to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like, is that fucked up in its own right? I don't know. Who am I to say? But it seems weird.
I think if you can
some one person's like
compartmentalize
suffering
it.
is like your fetish.
Well, explain it. This girl, did she explain it in a dark, like it's like a dark, fucked up thing, or is she like, no, it's a cool, fun, sexy thing?
No, she explained it in a very like level-headed way of like, yeah, it's just some guys have that kink, and she was like, one guy was respectful, like we hooked up, and he was like, there are basically online communities and forums where you can go and find people who are disabled and like, trade pics, whatever. I don't fucking know. But essentially, she was basically just saying that, like, yeah, so there's guys who they just want power, but then there's varying levels of degrees to it, and some guys are so obsessed with it, they worship them as like pure beings and shit like that. And then there are some guys who take it so far that they believe that they are supposed to be a quadriplegic, so they maim themselves to become paralyzed, like as part of like a sexual act. They're maiming themselves to become paralyzed, and that's how they. If she's listening, dude, I apologize if I said this incorrectly, but like I'm trying to.
Well, I understand.
A lot of degrees.
Open up to send you that DM.
She was cool about it, dude. She wasn't shy about anything. She ruled.
But I will say, a man that is mutilating his body to get turned on.
That's a little fucked up.
That's dark. It's not fun, sexy time, dude.
I'm not trying to kink shame, but when you're driving a fucking screwdriver into your shame.
Shame on you.
I will shame your kink.
When you're driving a screwdriver into your pelvis as because it's your kink. Guy.
No, your
dad.
It's not a kink.
In the words
of
rest in peace, Crystalia, your dad left early.
Yeah. Something's going wrong there. No, I feel like that's more mommy issues.
But yeah, I mean, if you're like, yeah, I like this, I kind of like, and I mean, if you have this kink where you're like, I like hooking up with girls that are quadriplegic, like that's totally cool. But like, there are certain things when like, like, I mean, some people like reenacting rapes. And those people, they ain't healthy. They got problems.
No, come on. I don't know,
no,
dude.
If sick in the head.
I know a couple who go into like rape fantasies and shit like that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Another people DMing you on the podcast?
No, these are people I actually know.
They told you the exact.
Hell yeah. Dude, I got an open relationship. When I'm friends with you, we're fucking friends, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have fake friends. So yeah, dude, I got friends who were telling me about that shit, and yeah, they're into. I can't. God, I started this podcast by saying I feel like I keep walking myself into corners of saying shit I can't.
We can go back to my yeast infection.
No, dude. I mean, essentially, that's it. They're into. Why is that so weird to you? That's actually more common than you think, dude.
I know it's common.
If it's consensual among them, like, who gives a fuck? If it's just them, until it's not, I don't.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
But I don't know. That's their problem to work out. Like, I don't.
You create for enjoyment. You create a reality where you're raping someone,
dude. My dude,
it's not good. It's a bad thing.
I don't listen, dude. I don't have these rape fantasies, but I'm telling you that some people do, and that's their fucking pride. I ain't gonna kink shame them. If it's consensual, dude, you do you. I will stop it, putting a nail file into your knee. I will stop there. That's the line I'll draw. If you're maiming yourself, yeah, that's
All right,
probably
well, you
not.
draw it further away than I do.
Dude, they're into it. And their relationship's healthy. They got a kid. They're good.
I believe that you can be happy, but I believe you can be. They're probably
That
not
other
a
shoe's
happy
going to drop.
rapist,
That
dude.
other shoe will drop.
That's what I'm saying.
And when it does, I don't know what that looks like, but I
Well, we talked about this
respect until then.
We talked about this on SVU. We talked about this on SVU.
We were on Law and Order SVU.
We were talking. Yeah.
We actually haven't really talked about this, but Joey and I were co-writers of Law and Order SVU for 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And we stopped because they
long.
were like, Zach, every episode you're doing involves some robot rape porn. And I was like, this is what's hot. I'm like doing cocaine all the time. I'm like, this is fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
This is what we need. It's extreme out there. And they're like, no, you're fired.
But hey, those were good 3 seasons, dude.
Highest ratings in my house.
But when we were doing those seasons, remember the episode that we wrote? It's we didn't write, but I want to make that clear. But there's an episode, I remember watching it. There's like a masquerade party, okay? And it's some sort of have you heard of
Some Eyes Wide Shut type shit.
it's kind of like Eyes Wide Shut mixed with Sleep No More sort of thing, where they do it's a live action play. They run around, you're in the house, they're out running past you, farting and stuff.
Murder in Montgomery.
What's
one
that?
of those murder parties?
Yeah, it's a kind of murder party thing, but it's this thing where it's basically this girl, she's acting, and a guy comes in and he rapes her right in front of all these people, okay? He rapes her right in front of all these people, and they
This is on CBS.
NBC, yeah. So he rapes her in front of all these people, and then they find him because they find some sort of correspondence between him and someone else, and he's like, I did that. He's like, yeah, but somebody told me she'd be there, and it was a rape fantasy, and I would fuck her, and she'd be yelling no. He's like, that's what. He's like, yeah, and then they were like, oh man, what a dilemma. They were like,
No,
do you know what I
she's
mean?
from Honduras.
They
okay.
let him off. They were like, oh man, poor guy. They let him off the hook for it. They were
Wait, really?
Yeah,
That's how-
dude. He was like, well,
Whoa,
this guy's a
dude.
victim as well. I'm like, dude, if somebody tells you, hey, go to this place
This
and then
guy.
fuck this woman, she's gonna not want you to fuck her. She's gonna be saying no. She's gonna be fighting back. Still fuck her because it's all part of a plan.
Yeah, well, this guy's dad was clearly the head of Pfizer or something like that. They're
Well-
like, oh, okay.
It's funny because he shows him the mask and everything. He's all indignant. He's like, I was told I was supposed to rape her. Jeez.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought her screaming out for help was consensual.
Then Ice-T is like, damn.
Damn, dude.
Well, we'll be on our way.
All right, bro. We're sorry about that.
But neither of us can do an iced tea or have
No.
the courage to try.
No, I can't do it on camera at least.
I'm
But-
just saying, dude, the more you fuck up your brain to enjoy sex crimes as pleasure, the worse your brain's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
going
I mean-
deteriorating. So that's all that gets you off.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know. You could be right, man. You could be right. Listen. The going back to the start of this story, the whole point was, turns out we had no idea there was this community of guys into quadriplegics, but it turns out there is. Okay, and it's a very vibrant,
I didn't doubt there
colorful
was.
community, apparently, of guys who are almost certainly well adjusted.
Did this fan? Did she Did she seem to enjoy her sex life?
Yeah, it was less about her and it was more so about what she had seen as dabbling into that community.
So
you know what I
she
mean?
just dabbled.
It was less personal stories of her and more hey, here's what's going on.
Things I know
This
about.
is
Okay.
what's going on.
Well,
you
she
know?
might not have been comfortable. If she was, she might not have been comfortable sharing. Which
Hey,
people
dude,
appreciate
she
either
shot
way.
me a message. You fucking do that. Text me. I don't,
Yeah.
513-835-3128. Do whatever. You can send me a message. I'll answer. I got nothing but time.
You can message me too. I'd be interested in that type of thing. But you're more likable than me.
I can't imagine that's true, dude.
You became more
according to the numbers of my own, according to the data of the research of my own life, I don't find that to be the case.
Do you think you're a likable person?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't hardly interacted with anyone this whole year.
It's true, but before all this.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never thought about it. I don't.
You're likable, but you're not gregarious.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
not
trying to be
a-
more gregarious now.
Yeah. Because
You
that
know?
was the thing with you. Because when I first met you, you were not gregarious with me. You were very standoffish.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know?
Well, I just have anxiety and I can't talk to anyone in
Is that
public.
true?
Yeah, I can't. Dude, I'm not. I'm a shy guy. I'm not.
It was funny because I saw you on stage and I was like, this type of guy I'd fuck with. And then I tried to talk to you and you were like,
Type of guy I would fuck. Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty cool. And then I think you were like, this guy's trying to fuck me. And then I was like,
I trust me, dude. I can't. You know what? Actually, you're right. That was my first thought.
Was
I
that
like,
it?
This guy's trying to suck my dick.
was that it?
No, dude. Of course not. Why would I?
don't know. Some people you meet and they're like, all right,
One time.
I get it.
Sometimes
Keep it in your pants, buddy.
I've never. No, I've never. Let me put it this way. I'm not a guy who my life there were like people were putting it slyly to me like, hey, I don't know, maybe we can go hook up. No, it's been like, hey, I will fuck you. Like one time I was leaving Meyer, dude. I was leaving Meyer in Oakley, and I just walk out and there's just like these two like they kind of look like homeless Mario and Luigi a little bit. Like they were kind of bros.
Alright.
Like,
Suspenders?
yeah, one guy was a little
Yeah.
tall and like cracked out, and the other guy was like kind of just a little chubby. Probably an alky, but I'm just like, I literally leaving this Meyer with my friends. This guy just like, blowjobs by the dumpster, $5. Like he just kind of says it like that, like in passing, he's like, blowjobs by the dumpster, $5. And I was like, why? And I just like I'm walking, and it took me like 3 seconds for the computer to
Oh,
process.
yeah, to be like,
I think that guy's trying to suck my dick by the dumpster, and I'm just
if you're
trying.
sucking dick for $5, you sucking dick for free.
$5, dude. I can't. I've never stopped thinking about that. $5, dude. Can you imagine finding some guy who just left a Target with goddamn new bath shower curtains? Like, hey man, I will put your dick in my mouth by this dumpster.
Let me
skin
unload my
is-
Tide and
I
my
look-
grapes and my kale.
I look like I sleep in a bag of charcoal, but I will put your dick in my mouth by this dumpster. In the near the stock entrance to the Pizza Hut that is inside of the Target.
And
I will go blow you for $5.
And at that point, if you're starting at $5, then you're probably getting negotiated down to the grapes that you just bought.
Well, that too, and then also it's like, you know, Oakley was not a bad. It was like a nice neighborhood, so we'd be leaving and
was
like
on the come up.
you see a guy. No, it was nice, dude. It was bougie a little bit, but like the guys coming out of there, you know. They got money. They're like well-adjusted guys. Who's walking out of there? Do these guys, Mario and Luigi, think that like, what do they think? Someone's gonna be like, yeah. Someone's like, $5. You know, yeah.
Yeah, there are married, well-adjusted men,
Just gotta be
yuppie,
freaks.
young professional men that want a dirty blowjob from Mario and Luigi.
Man, there must be a market for it. If they seem pretty confident in asking us.
Wait, were these two dudes, Mario and Luigi? They were like, you can pick which one for $5.
It didn't get to that point, but I would assume I would have my choice.
That's funny. I would at least
Wonder
go,
if I could give them $7 and they both do it together. Like
You
Luigi
probably
takes
could've
my
worked that
balls
out.
and Mario. These two homeless guys are just giving me diseases like through the IV of my dick.
That's the thing, because in
I
reality,
hurt
they
when I
probably
pee for 40 years, and I'm just like with my grandkids, and my dick still hurts, and I'm like, God damn, that was not the best blowjob of my whole life, though.
Right.
God,
But goddamn, it was a
it.
deal.
you're like, Grandpa, are you
like, so-
okay? And you're like, oh, I was just thinking about the war. What war?
What war?
You were a software developer. What the fuck are you? Oh no, this is the Great Hobo War 2020 in LA.
Yeah.
I was there, dude.
You tell
Summer
them,
nuclear love, dude. That's where we were at.
Oh my god, dude.
There was the summer of love in 1967, you know, and like what there has to be like the equivalent of what happened this summer. This was the most turnt summer in the last 100 years, for sure. And people who were out there saying like 67, 68, like the riots that happened then, I think even people then are now being like, no, this was fucked up.
Oh, this was crazy.
It was
Yeah.
a crazy summer.
It was crazy, but I felt like we were all into. I mean, don't want to go this way. It was a crazy summer. It was a crazy. It was a crazy 2 or 3 weeks there, and then it was crazy.
Longer than that.
It was a crazy, just like turn of like we were all so into it, and then we were just like, But like, now what's next?
Now what's next?
We've already robbed everywhere. We've already looted. We've already protested. Now we're bored. Now we're like,
once the National Guard comes in, then you're like, okay, well, who's for real about that?
It was that, and it was also like, dude, Garcetti's a fucking bastard, dude. He was like,
yeah, he is.
Go get brunch, and everyone, but it worked. Everyone was like, get brunch? I'm kind of tired of holding the sign.
Yeah.
Want some eggs Benedict though?
He's a bastard, but what are you gonna do? He's out there. He's
Newsom's
playing the
a
game.
bastard too, man. Fuck.
Newsom is a bastard.
And
he just got caught like having dinner with like this French Laundry dinner with like all the top brass of the medical community in California.
Dick,
God damn, is California not beautiful though, dude? Just driving up and back from San Francisco. Mm-hmm. It's nice because you see like the fucking mountains and you're just like, there's cows. This is where like all the food gets made, you know?
Yeah.
And then there'll just be a sign like Gavin Newsom's a Nazi,
yeah.
Recall. And I saw a lot of signs, people that said like, build a dam or California dies, something like that. A lot of people in Central California seem to want a dam built. We need more water reservoirs, it seems like. Dude, I drove by, I think it's called the San Luis Reservoir. It's huge. Mm-hmm. It was kind of scary to look at. Really? This lake was so big, and it looks like it's in the middle of Mars, like sand dune type things. Yeah. It's very, very interesting to look at. I made the mistake of driving up there at night. So, like, dude, I stayed in Moss Beach, which is like, south of San Francisco. And essentially what I didn't realize is I'm driving up, and it gets dark at 4:45, right? By the way, as I'm leaving LA, I literally am stopped at Hollywood and Highland, and I watch a chopper come overhead, and like cop cars go down this alley and chase this guy into an alley and like pull guns on him, and he puts his hands in the air. I'm like,
welcome home.
No, it was goodbye. I'm like, goodbye. But no, I left at like 5, so it was dark. And then I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, you're on the interstate most of the time, which is fine. But then it's like, okay, get off and then drive through the Redwood National Forest in pure dark. And I'm like, oh, God damn it, dude. So then, yeah, dude, I'm like driving through this windy ass road at night, and I'm turning. It's like so fucking dark that it's like I turn my brights on. You ever turn your brights on?
Redwood National Forest.
Maybe not Redwood. You fucking somewhere over there.
All right.
I can find the actual forest.
It was dark.
It's very dark. Yeah. It's very woodsy. And it reminded me of like driving through Ohio, and I forgot about that. And I was like kind of scared. I'm like driving through. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
What are you afraid of?
Just like a bear. I don't know, like a bear running out, me hitting it. Or, I don't know. Something could happen. I could hit a deer. It was in the middle of nature, my dude. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, all right. That's fair.
So I'm driving, and sure enough, like these, a couple possums like run out on the road. I'm like, oh, I see a possum. I have no guilt run over a possum. That's fine.
No, they're vermin.
Yeah, they're vermin. But then on the way back, dude, I was driving to this lighthouse somewhere, and there's just a coyote standing in the middle of the road like during the day. And I'm like, oh, that coyote's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That's a rabid coyote right there. And then another car was stopped, and they're like pointing at it. I'm like, it's not a bear. Keep moving. Like, what are you going to stop for a coyote? Like, go, dude.
I'll stop for a yodi, dude. Really? I don't know. I mean, I've seen them on the streets here.
Big one.
I saw, dude, I was driving from Cincinnati to Indianapolis, and I saw, it was like some interstate, I forget which one it is, but I saw a coyote get hit head on by a car.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Because it's the other direction, 2-3 lane highway each way, and I just see the coyote sprint across and then just get clipped. And it was
like a poof?
No.
Oh.
No. It was
That's
interesting.
Almost worst.
It was
worse.
Coyotes fucking suck though because they eat cats. So fuck them, dude.
Yeah, coyote killed my dog, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck coyotes, man. It's like I had no sympathy. They do look like dogs though, which kind of sucks. But I saw the coyote run out, and cars going 45, 50 miles an hour. What happened was, comes out, hits it. It flies to the side of the road forward, spins around, just sleeping. No, just sleeping on the side of the road. Instant death.
God, can you imagine seeing the moment where like roadkill is created?
I saw it.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have to.
That's fucked. Nah, I would hate to see that. I don't like seeing an animal die. We talked about this. You were talking about movies that made me cry. I couldn't think of what I told you. It was Inside Llewyn Davis with that cat, dude.
What happens with the cat? I forget.
He just leaves the cat on the side of the road. I know I didn't cry, but I teared up. I teared up hard when because he's like taking care of this cat the whole movie, and then he gets them in Akron. Remember when he leaves the car on the side of the road and the cat's still in it, and he looks at it and he's like, and then he just like walks away and leaves it on the side of the interstate.
Yeah, because the whole part of the movie is he's a heartless bastard.
Yeah.
Who doesn't give a fuck about
I felt the cat was so cute, and I'm like, man,
little orange cat,
little tabby.
It's funny I put that movie in the thumbnail, even though we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, well, that's because I messaged you the next day. I'm like, yo, I felt the need to be like, no, here's a movie I cried at. You know.
Well, we got it out.
I got it out. See, I'm a human after all, dude. What was I gonna say?
You got any more?
Also, people have led me to believe that like the San Francisco homeless community and like the homeless situation up there is so much more fucked up. It's not. It's the same shit.
Is it really?
It's the exact same thing.
I've heard the same.
It's just a nicer place.
A nicer place with the same.
Way less people. The weather was super nice.
Is it better in here? Do you like it better in here?
I mean, as like far as like climate, yeah. I mean, here I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, does it have a little better climate? Yeah. Is it going to be like cooler all year? Yeah. Is it a little bit more beautiful? Yeah. Is it way more expensive? Is like as much. Well, I used to have this idea.
Like
I'd be like, oh, here the entertainment industry is here. All the entertainment's in Hollywood. And like now, obviously now that's bullshit until there's a vaccine that I can put up my butt.
I'm waiting for the topical vaccine that I can put that I have to rub on my asshole.
Now all of a sudden everybody's got a fucking vaccine. Now every day there's like, oh, McDonald's has a new vaccine with 99% effective rate. You're like, all right, I trust. All right. How many people line up for the Burger King vaccine? They're like, yeah, I trust them. Give it to me.
They put it in the Big Mac sauce, dude.
That would be it. That's how you get this whole country vaccinated. Mm-hmm. Some people are like, that a third of this country won't take a vaccine. Well, put it in a
dude.
chalupa.
I'm getting a vaccine
I don't know.
Soon as that. If the vaccine came out tomorrow,
get all of them. Give me one of each.
What if it was $1,000? Would you pay for it?
No, I would just wait for it to go down.
I'd pay for it. If it let me,
you would be wasting your money because the world wouldn't change.
Like a wild boy, then I would.
But like, what's going to change? You're not.
If I can like go,
restaurants aren't going to open up for you.
Why not?
Because it's the rest of the fucking community is still. You can't have a vaccine that costs $1,000. That would be like the most inhumane form of government ever.
Yeah,
which I mean, I'm not rolling it out.
For $1,000,
I'm not rolling it out.
Yeah.
But no, you would be wasting your money because the world won't change until everyone gets vaccinated.
No, but I show them my badge, I show them my card. They're like, have a seat, take off your mask. Let me blow you.
I don't think you have a grasp on what it would be.
All right, fine, I'll save my money.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right, what are we at?
I'll spend $2,000 on the Burger King vaccine on the Hardee's, and then Hardee's will be like, "Yo, we got a vaccine too," and people are like, "No."
Carl's Jr. vaccine.
Come on.
I'll try it out. If it's cheaper, why not?
Dude, can I hate on something real quick?
Sure.
People like to talk about these fried zucchini from Carl's Jr. Fucking sucks. It's disgusting.
Really?
It's 1,000 fucking degrees. You bite into it. It's like even where it's like fried pickles. You know?
Is it breaded?
Yeah. First of all, that shit's garbage anyway, but like more so, it's too hot. It never cools down. It's like a pickle, a zucchini type thing. I don't know what it is about the little membrane inside of it, but you can't fry it, dude. As much as I love fried pickles, dude, it's too hot.
It captures the heat too well.
It's like biting into a fucking lava potato, dude. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah. It does suck. I know what you're talking about. It's like certain things. Also, like, I'm trying to think what else is like that. But anything that's deep fried but also has a lot of moisture in it is not good.
Not good.
Like a fried mushroom a lot of times. It's like, dude, this thing is like, by the time it cools down, the whole goddamn's cold. Like, it's all cool.
You have weird, soggy, cold bread on the outside and then hot mushroom. No.
I actually kind of want fried mushroom right now.
You'll never catch me eating a fried mushroom. Never.
They actually I'm actually kind of, Dairy Queen has fried mushroom.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I used to go to this piece of shit Dairy Queen in Indian Lake, Ohio. And they would like, it was one of those Dairy Queens that like, you can tell, they just make blizzards all day, and if you go in there, you're like, "Hey, can I get a hot dog?" Like, God damn! All right,
yeah.
Somebody get the hot dog kit out.
Hot eats, cool treats. You gotta do them both.
You gotta do them both. Although they don't flip, they stop flipping the
gimmick. Just give me my fucking blizzard, man.
No, flip it for me, you bitch.
It's funny.
I can only afford $3 worth of power, so flip it for me.
Yeah, dance.
Fucking peasant.
I used to. All right, this has got to be the end of the episode. I'm telling this story. But the Dairy Queen I worked at, there was always this guy that worked.
You worked at a DQ?
No. But there was one in my hometown. This guy that did work there, he was always manning the grill, the hot eats, right?
Yeah.
So he would, whenever I saw him there.
That side of the business.
Yeah, he was in the department of hot eats.
He was back of house.
I'm glad we got a bit out of this because this story sucks. But
No, tell the story.
Basically, every time we'd go in, when I was a kid, I ordered burgers plain. I just wanted meat and cheese. I didn't want anything on it, right? But we'd always go in.
You got cheese, though. At least you're somewhat normal.
Meat and cheese, yeah. That's all I wanted. But I would walk in, and it was always this guy working the grill, and I knew when he was working. Every time I ordered it plain, I knew it was just like not going to be plain.
No, not in this guy's watch.
You'd see him, and it was just like this guy just like refused to make any sort of adjustment to the burger. And every time I'd get it, I would get the burger, I'd open it up full of shit.
God damn it.
And I'd take it back and I'd be like, hey, it's not. And then I would
Steven's on the grill again, so
exactly. And I remember one time. It's funny what's in your brain if it's a real memory or like a forged memory. But like I remember the guy at the cash register showing this guy Steve the burger,
literally rubbing his face in it, rubbing his nose in it. Like
I remember him just being like scratching his head, like he's like,
yeah,
don't put ketchup and mustard.
Wait a second, that guy, so like, he only knows how to make,
That's what I'm saying.
By the book.
It was always because I was a child, dude, and I would be like, hey, like just meat. You know when you're really being like, just meat and cheese. You're really explaining, like, fucking got it, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
And then you open it up and it's like,
lettuce, tomato, and you're like, God damn it, dude. I don't want this tomato. Dude, most overrated fucking burger topping in the world is a tomato. Just fucking goo water in the middle of it that makes it even harder. Fuck a tomato, dude. Unless you got some like a ripe little country tomato from some, possibly alt-right family running a farm.
Yeah.
They take the tomato off, You know what I hate is there's this fucking pizza place. It's John and Vinny's by us.
Yeah.
And you order a pizza. It's bougie pizza. It's nice fucking pizza, whatever. Fucking, there's this one that's really good. I think it's called the White Lightning, but it comes with black olives. And I'm like, can you not? And I always put, I'm like, can you not put black olives? And then they never did it. And then they started doing a thing where they said, this restaurant does not accept modifications. And I'm like, oh, you can't not put it on. You can't, what is some guy standing over the top, like, hold on, fuck, oh, god damn,
That's a business that gets so successful where they're like, you can't have it your way.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what it is.
You want this? You want our pizza? This is how we make it.
Next time you call and you ask, they'll probably be like, I can give you the number for Pizza Hut.
If they did that, I would have to be like, oh, respect. Yep. But also, guess who's starting a new George Floyd demonstration?
Whoa. All right, I thought I knew where you were going, and now I don't.
I'm about to stage a rally in front of this place, and anything could happen. That would be so great if I joined you. Like the day you went to go protest, you're like, I'm on 3rd Street. I'm like, I'll be there, dude. Are you going up Fairfax? I'm like, I'll fucking be there, dude. And I show up with a brick, and I'm like, all right, where we going? Everyone, it's all peaceful, and I get up to John and Vinny's. I single-handedly start a citywide riot because they refuse to not put olives on pizza.
You have a big red circle with a red line through it with a black olive.
Yeah, god damn it.
Black olives don't matter.
All JVs, all John and Vinny's are bastards.
Edit that out. I didn't like what I said.
I'll probably edit this out.
All right, let's wrap it.
We'll just end it.
Yeah.